Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Master Detective Archive's Rain Code. As always, since this is the game that we already did on stream, we kind of have to do these weird intros. So say hi, Curb!
Hi, Curb!
Alright, and now on to the show.
I think I've checked everything I could.
Knew it! You didn't get any clues for the case.
We have learned a lot here.
What?
But what did we learn?
That's all I can do to help. After all, I'm more interested in the story than the truth. I think we should return to our bodies soon. There's not much time left.
There's gonna be a peacekeeper in the room now.
And loading screen.
Hey, you're back. How'd the investigation go?
What investigation?
I was taking a nap.
Oh shit, I was supposed to oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I managed to get a lot more information thanks to Vivia's help.
Whatever, just tell us what you found. We don't have time.
Sure.
Fast forward.
So nothing you found leads us directly to the culprit. Oh, damn.
Yeah, sorry.
If only we could get a glimpse of Dr. Weska's computer.
What could we learn from that?
The security logs. They should be saved on the doctor's computer.
He said they weren't impacted.
If we could check the logs, we could clearly see the security system status. With that, we may be able to figure out when and how the culprit entered the lab.
Can't you check the logs with that computer instead?
I can see that the log file exists, but you must log on to the doctor's computer to see what's inside.
Yuma, you were in the doctor's lab. Why didn't you check his computer?
I couldn't touch
We
it.
cannot touch anything while using spectral projection. So obviously, we couldn't mess with the computer either.
Well, why didn't you possess a peacekeeper in the room and make him order the others to do it?
Well,
That's not how it works.
I mean, we didn't try.
Don't be unrealistic, please. The ghost form isn't all powerful like that.
Damn.
Shinigami!
It
You
cannot take
can
over
possess.
someone else's body, nor can it be heard.
Shinigami's only possessed dead bodies.
Sounds like we have to go kill somebody.
You weren't able to hear the conversation between Yuma and me when we were using spectral projection.
Master, I think you should carefully remember that spectral projection trait.
Huh? Why do you say that?
No reason.
Oh?
I just have a feeling.
Huh. Interesting.
Since it can't be done with spectral projection, someone has to go back there and look at the doctor's computer, right?
I nominate Halara.
That's basically
Halara's gonna be
jumping
the
right
best.
into enemy territory.
This is bad. His heartbeat.
Are you serious? Is the chief gonna be all right?
Don't just stand there!
Right.
Chief, please stay with us! It was only a matter of time to begin with, but it looks like that time has come.
No! What should I do? At this rate, it'll be over for everyone.
Shinigami can possess him.
Halara, Fubuki, Tsuhiko, and even Vivia. I refuse to let it end without saving anyone.
To be honest, even if you want to go to the Mystery Labyrinth, you don't have enough clues.
Oh?
So you're saying we can't do anything until we check the doctor's computer?
Shinigami possessed Yako.
Hey, Hey, Master. You've always been relying on others until now. Isn't it time for you to do this yourself?
Oh.
You may be a trainee, but you're still a detective. Try to save everyone on your own.
Our ability relies on other people, though.
On my own?
Yeah. We're gonna run and
Guess
check
you're
the
not
computer.
type. Just teasing ya.
No, we're taking it seriously.
Wow.
Yuma.
This ought to be interesting.
What's wrong?
I'm heading back
That's
to check the
right.
doctor's computer. We have to find the final clue.
Wow.
Wait, are you heading in there as yourself? Do you know what you're doing, Yuma? It's all over if you go out there and get caught.
Thanks to our investigation while in ghost form, I have an idea where the peacekeepers are located. Now
Oh.
is our only chance before Yomi comes back with more peacekeepers.
All right. I'll leave the investigation to you, Yuma.
Hey, are you sure about this?
Our hands are full just trying to treat the chief. We have no choice but to leave it to Yuma. The doctor's computer should have the security log and other important data hidden inside.
Right, I'll see to it.
I shall join you. That way, if you get caught, I can use my forte.
No,
Okay, nice.
Fubuki. Please
Oh.
save your power for when everyone is in danger.
Shit.
I'll be fine.
Reversing time takes a lot of energy, right? It should be saved as a last resort.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll stay here as well.
Why? You should go.
There is nothing for me to do.
Then how are you gonna get in the
Besides,
labyrinth?
even if we found the truth, it would not improve the situation here.
So you're just gonna give up? You gotta be kidding. Fine, I won't waste time asking you anything anymore. Just go to sleep or whatever. Yuma, you're our only hope. Show him you're no longer just a rookie.
Right, I'm heading off now.
Master, you're acting pretty cool.
I am a detective after all. Well, a trainee one.
Seems like my training is working. Oh, and Master?
Hmm.
Regarding the clumsy girl's time rewinding power, you should probably keep that in mind too.
Huh? Why?
Why?
Probably has nothing to do with the case. Just a feeling.
What?
You know, just in
Like-
case.
This is interesting. Like, why are the fortes mattering for this case? This is interesting.
And it specifically calls out that we used it while controlling the Emma pal.
Interesting.
What could that mean?
Alright, let's move carefully so the peacekeepers don't spot us.
Don't make me do
Master!
stealth.
They'll spot you if you go that way!
Really? I don't see anybody.
I
Oh.
saw them.
I mean, there I see shadows, but that's not necessarily peacekeepers. That's just shadows.
Oh, that's a
Let me
peacekeeper
guess. I
there.
gotta go this way. I didn't even see him. I was just looking at the minimap and like, okay, it's probably gonna take a long route.
That's honestly a really good point. And there's gonna be 2 peacekeepers in the room, so this might be interesting.
I'll just kill him.
I'll just kill him.
Bang.
We haven't danger dodged in a bit.
I shall use my sword. Wait, I can't.
Wait.
My sword.
I managed to get here without being seen, but there should be more peacekeepers up ahead.
Yeah, they could be on
I
break.
better keep moving and stay out of sight.
Yeah, stay out of sight in this
What if some
straight
toxic
line.
gas is still lingering around? Nah, just kidding.
If there is toxic gas still lingering around, it would have already gotten us.
And the other guys first.
Oh, they're not here. I don't see them. No,
They
no,
might
they're
actually.
over- Nope, they're over there.
Oh, they're looking at the. How convenient! They're looking at the food.
I knew it. There are still some peacekeepers. But once I'm at the computer, I'll be in their blind spot.
How
Oh.
are you going to get past them?
I just need to reach the computer without being seen.
This mission is impossible. Master, you gotta make sure you don't get clumsy.
There's There's no time. We need to hurry up and check the all that's left is to check the computer.
Look, who's there?
Oh no!
What did you think was gonna happen?
I told you not to get clumsy.
You're that terrorist detective. How did you get here?
I'm not a terrorist!
God damn
I'll
it.
you and report to Director Yomi.
Master, you'll have to take a chance in the Mystery Labyrinth.
Wait, I didn't check the computer yet. I have to do that before going to the Mystery Labyrinth.
Vivia's gonna come
What
and
are you gonna do?
karate chop him.
What do I do?
Come
Murder!
quietly. Resistance is futile.
You notice how their masks kind of look like skulls?
What's the map?
Yeah. I was right. Oh, wow. That's dangerous.
Nighty night.
Sheesh. What a pain.
We knew he had to show up.
I want to die someday.
Mm-hmm.
Vivia, you came to help me?
I always like to keep this syringe in my pocket.
Dude.
Walks around with a syringe. He's like a walking cop magnet.
I know I should leave you alone, but curiosity got the best of me. You are like death itself.
About that.
You said that before, but I'm not the death detective.
No matter. I will be a witness to the end. Once you obtain the truth, I'll see if you choose to scream or fall silent.
I don't get what you mean, but you really saved me. And now I can check the doctor's computer.
I just thought of something.
What?
Cause you were talking about like, oh, if Yako's involved, and it's like, oh yeah, with the truth, everything would fall apart. It made me think back to Vivia's ability, where it's like if he was sleeping and, God, Yako, I forgot his name I just said it, like was doing stuff while Vivia was sleeping and like being able to like hear like anything devious he was doing. So it's like, ooh, I don't know.
Vivia really helped us out there. Let's wrap up this investigation now. It's not locked. Oh, thank goodness.
No one could enter this room, so you didn't need to set a password.
Time to
Fair.
check it out. Let's see. Security log, reference folder 1, folder 2, folder 3.
Well, what are you looking at? And what did you find out?
Well, basically, when the security system is turned on or off, it automatically records the date and time in the log. So if someone cut the security and entered this room without permission, it would be recorded in the log.
Uh-huh. I don't really get it. I'm not into modern machines and stuff.
What's going on here?
What's
Huh?
wrong?
The only instance of the security being switched off was an hour ago. It hasn't been turned back on since. So, that means this must have been when I used Amapal to disable the security.
Yeah, we know this. Because the doctor's like, it hasn't been turned off.
Right. So
Right.
Well, the last time security was cut was 90 days ago.
90 days?
Which means that security was up for at least 90 days before I disarmed it. There wasn't a single moment that security was cut during that time.
This old man was cooped up in here for 90 days? He's a bona fide shut-in!
That's not the problem here. There's no record of anyone coming in and out of this room. There should be a log of the hitman entering before we did. Since there isn't, the doctor couldn't have been murdered here. It's
What?
the perfect, impossible crime.
From the looks of it, it appears we have strayed further from the truth. The files are formatted to prevent editing. There doesn't appear to be signs that the log was rewritten.
We've checked the data, but it's just made the crime even more impossible.
And thus, the mystery deepens. Mystery.
Oh my God, that's right.
It's not over yet. There could be more secret data. Halara even mentioned it. His emails haven't been deleted. He's been communicating a lot with the same person.
Interesting.
The message is fairly recent, too.
From X5 to Doctor. Doctor, we have trouble. Someone has discovered our deal. You should go into hiding for the time being. If it's time to call it quits. We've profited enough from this already. It's too dangerous to leak research and confidential information any longer. I shall fully withdraw from here. With this money, I will fund my new research.
Oh?
So he's leaking information about Amaterasu.
Okay.
Are the rumors true? You intend to leave Kanai Ward? Doctor, don't tell me you're plotting to take the research and run. I hope you already know this, but you have nowhere to go. What's the matter, Doctor? Are you ignoring me? I will not permit any betrayal. I've told you, Doctor, but you have nowhere to run. Prepare yourself.
Huh.
Quite a suspicious exchange. I'm sure Doctor refers to Dr. Huesca, but who is the anonymous person?
The address is just random characters jumbled together. It'd be hard to figure out who the person is just from this.
The Doctor spoke to a mysterious person about leaking research and confidential information.
Speaking of which, Makoto mentioned something similar.
Well, this is just a rumor, but someone in Amaterasu Corporation is working behind the scenes with Dr. Huesca. I don't know what they're plotting, but if this rumor is true, they must be dealt with eventually.
So the suspicions were right. Searching through the backlog of the emails, this appears to have been going on for over 5 years. It seems like the relationship soured about 6 months ago. I guess the Doctor wanted to cut ties.
So the Doctor plotted to leave Kanai Ward, and this anonymous tried to stop him.
It's more like he directly threatened him, if you ask me.
Interesting.
Could Anonymous be the one who hired the hitman?
The Doctor betrayed him, so he sought to kill the Doctor. Makes sense.
The Doctor didn't shut himself in here just for research. He did it to protect himself.
He felt Anonymous posed a threat, so he barricaded himself in a lab with impenetrable security. That also makes sense.
But he sure didn't act like someone living with a death threat, right?
Either he was that confident in his security, or it was just a facade. Regardless, this Anonymous is very suspicious. If only we could find out who this is.
Even if that person hired the hitman, we still don't know how he got inside.
True, that is the biggest puzzle here. How did the culprit get through such perfect security and murder the Doctor? If we don't figure that out, the case can't be solved and our innocence can't be proven.
Huh?
Yep.
What are you doing here?
We knew he was coming.
What are you, anyway? Were you born just to get in my way?
If we're the homunculi, maybe.
Was this all fated from the very beginning? No. Fate is just an excuse for defeatists. Alright, fine. You're not just some shit in my path.
It's my controller.
Okay.
You're an obstacle in the way of my ideals. A piece of trash. Trash must be dealt with properly before you rot and start to stink! What's your name?
Yuma Cocoa Pet.
I see. I'll make a path through Kanai Ward's sewers with your name on it.
Oh, thanks. I got a monument.
Of course. It'll be named after your bones once they're dumped there. Hey! Capture these criminals! I'll execute them on the spot!
Shinigami, can you do it?
Of course, Master! We're finally acting like partners!
Oh.
And of course, it's all thanks to my basic training!
To the Mystery Labyrinth!
Alright! Mystery Labyrinth!
Do.
your favorite part of the game.
Yay! Magical girls. Here's the real question. Are we going to be able to finish the labyrinth in an hour and a half?
I don't know. Depends on you.
I'm good.
Okay.
I see. So this is your true power. Yuma. I knew you were dangerous.
No matter what you say, it's already way too late.
I want to die someday.
Appropriate.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Yes, I would like to see my current progress. Thank you, game, so much for asking.
Yeah.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing? Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's...
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Huh?
Yeah, we're the death detective.
So you really could see me this whole time.
Yup!
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency, and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death, and also that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits? My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die. If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
No, I didn't. She did.
Shinigami did.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
Hey!
No point.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
Wow.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
He does want to die.
It's true.
Regrets? I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished. Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Yeah, okay.
Ha!
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
I hate how we've gotten used to this.
I know, right? It was a lot funnier when Fubuki was just like aghast at the start of it.
You know Fubuki was into it.
Maybe.
Honestly, I think everybody up until Vivia was probably into it.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
And then, yep.
At least it's not a song and dance for that one.
Here you go, Master. Here's
A
your
song and
trainee.
dance, and she stopped
Is that
singing
key
to barf.
Something like a clue for the case? Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a downer? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
We have to walk? This is
Oh my god.
Come on! You're bumming me out here.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
Go.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
Interesting.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
Interesting.
How rude of them.
Very.
Thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the Mystery Labyrinth.
It only tags the most recent.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability.
I was
don't
wondering
know
about that.
either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness.
I still have to
What
walk.
a relief.
Jeez, you ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Alright, couple things before we actually get into this.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Yuma never killed anyone, just like Kazuma Kiryu. I mean, you're right. Also, I have to point out, one of my favorite small details of the new Spider-Man games, when you kick somebody off a building, what do they fall for a short distance? Web appears out of nowhere and sticks them to the side of the building. So Spider-Man didn't kill anybody either. He just inflicts serious bodily harm. Now then, who the fuck did this one?
I think that's what's wild about it, because it seems like either it is what they're saying, Anonymous hired the hitman, or Anonymous is trying to pin it on the hitman, because we didn't actually see them.
I feel like this is one where you literally cannot solve it before the Mystery Labyrinth. Like some of these other ones, like there's definitely the clues and the hints. This one, I don't feel like there is. Besides a couple big things. I think our total list of suspects are the miniature doctor. We got the robots who really likes robots. Yako, Makoto, and Yomi. I think those are the 4 suspects. That said, we know that according to Makoto, Wesker was working with somebody inside of Amaterasu, and those emails reminded of that, which would seemingly rule out Yako. Also, the miniature guy hates him. I don't think it was the miniature guy.
Right.
The fact that he can't read the fact that he has to read lips, I don't know what people are saying, kind of feels like Makoto. Because this whole, who are you kind of deal, whenever we were talking to him before he died.
Right.
But something about Makoto doesn't make sense to me either. And we don't know if he was necessarily talking to Fink in that moment. I mean, no, Fink, but we don't necessarily know if Fink is also the person that he was working with, or if Fink was just hired. We don't even know if we're supposed to figure out who Fink is, or just who was working with him.
Right, it's
That's all not clear. Fink could just be a guy. Don't know. As far as who the person that was working with him was, I thought it was this person when that detail first got mentioned, and it feels more. I feel like it's the only other name that makes sense. Yomi.
Yeah.
Yomi makes sense because he's been trying to take full power of Amaterasu.
That's true.
That's his whole deal. He wants complete control of Amaterasu so that he can have complete control over Kanai Ward. But we also got the information from Makoto. And Makoto could have been saying it to make us think it wasn't him.
Right.
Either way. I am... Man, it's hard to say.
Like I almost want to just say Yomi, just so like, oh my god, we can kill him, kind of thing. But I don't know.
I mean, Yomi is my current lean, but I'm not convinced.
No, I understand that because like Yako's deeper in this than we thought too, and that's what's messing with me. Makoto just reeks like. Well, actually, no. I was gonna say Makoto reeks like big bad energy, but I feel like that's gonna be number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Makoto is big bad, easily.
Yeah.
Which means he can't be the killer here. It just doesn't work. Which means it's really, I mean, there's a chance Yako could be the killer and Yomi is the guy that hired him. There's a chance Yako could be Fink. But, I don't know, I feel like we need Yako for the final chapter. Because the final chapter either is going to be us using everybody's powers, or it's going to be Yako awakens to a power and we team up with him for the final chapter. It's got to be either of the two.
I feel like the final chapter might be somehow all 4 of the detectives managed to be in the labyrinth. I think that'd be fun.
That would be. But our power only takes the most recent ability, so we think.
Right.
So I don't know. Right now, Yomi is clearly the person that is the mystery email person. That's Yomi. I feel pretty confident about that. Whether Yomi killed Weska, or if we're looking for Fink and who the fuck Fink is, that I'm very much less clear on.
Yeah. I think so, because it's interesting, because we, like, saw Fink, quote-unquote, leave, and, like, change his outfit, like, after stabbing Yako, so that was interesting.
Well, we saw somebody that Yako said was Fink.
That's true.
May not have actually been Fink. But I'm gonna say Yomi. I got nothing. Yomi just makes the most sense at this point, so I'm gonna say Yomi.
Okay. For the sake of something else, I'm actually gonna say Makoto. I think it's like baiting us like to think Yomi's obvious with those emails. So I think it'd be interesting that Makoto got everyone in one place potentially. So I think there's potential there. But like, Yomi, I still feel strong on Yomi. I don't think it's like I have an actual lean on Makoto. But like, let's just cover our bases.
Yeah, the only thing I really don't see with Makoto is, well, clearly his part of the story can't be done. So him dying would not work. Unless because of his whole weird mask face thing, maybe he's the homunculus. Maybe that body dies, or his soul can't be reached. Maybe he doesn't have a soul to reach. That's a possibility.
Okay.
Let's get some new abilities. Alright, what's the most useful here? Honestly, maybe that. Yeah. But why? Why do we need to make Shinigami puzzle easier? Right? I think the Keymeister, I think that applies to everything. Or in solution key selection sequences. I'm not sure what that means.
Is that, I think it's like God Shinigami makes me think of that too. Sweet.
And we can't buy either of these. We don't have enough.
Okay.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Well, I also wanted to know how Vivia was gonna run, and I guess the game's not gonna tell us. Because Vivia fell behind so easily.
Yep.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
My neck! Not my neck!
No! What?
I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Interesting.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is the fact that Dr. Weska was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Oh, hi there.
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Yomi Hellsmile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
He's a monster already.
You pieces of shit.
Ooh.
Whoa, what is this?
Disturbing the
Wow.
peace of Kanai Ward.
Holy shit.
Alright, we're Shinigami Tensei now.
We really. Oh my god.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
Oh! Oh, I don't like a sword!
What is that? Why?
Ah!
But we
A
have
floppy
no choice.
sword.
For Chief Yako, for everyone.
Ozza, calm down.
You killed Dr. Weska, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
I always feel like there's something I should be seeing in this static.
Yeah, that's me. I'm right there.
It's you.
Okay. Alright, what are our options? Toxic gas and shoe prints.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska.
No. Oh, Jesus. No. Thank you.
You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oops.
Come on.
The security system was definitely still active. That's why you guys worked so hard to disarm it.
Yeah.
You're right. But the doctor was already dead by the time we got past security and went inside.
Then
That must mean someone else went to the critical lab before you guys, right? The intruder may have left some traces behind. Let's check the solution keys for anything useful. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was saying... I thought he was going to say something, like the words were something different based on what he was actually saying.
You're the ones who killed
So I just
Dr.
reacted
Weska.
kidding before I knew
You
what the
disarmed
thing
the
was.
security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab.
Oh,
There couldn't be an intruder.
this is the truth.
When the body
How
was
freaky.
first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab. But something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth? Don't make me laugh. Shit. There was an intruder.
what? Oh, I forgot repel isn't just repel everything.
Wasn't it?
I forgot to repel certain things.
Got it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, blue words, repel it. It's like, no,
I get
wait.
it.
Shit. There was an intruder. That's
Ow.
impossible. And in fact, you proved that yourself.
That claim doesn't hold up. What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh.
Just the security.
Yep. If there was another intruder, then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
I'll slash through this mystery. There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vents cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything's wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
I'm just trying to think, because like that explains like the after, but we're so like the part that's really weirding us out is the before.
Yeah.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Ah!
Not again!
Was there an intruder? Yes.
Come on, why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
Right here!
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh, this is a good thing!
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There was an intruder for sure.
Ooh.
We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab, but they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse, but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Alright, bye, Vivia. Oh, there we go. I can make him appear.
Is he Naruto running?
I was literally about to ask.
Oh no!
You are slipping down the list.
What is it with like the guys, like their chapters make them drop? Like, Alara, I honestly still solid. Fubuki's still kind of hit or miss, but I still feel like for her character it was good, but yeah.
Oh, fuck!
Oh no!
How did they enter the lab? Oh,
Seems like we're
Jesus.
finally at the central question. This is the
What
first
the-
step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I leave the rest to you.
Down he
I'm
goes.
going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the Mystery Labyrinth?
What?
He's just special.
Alright, so how did the culprit enter the lab? Deactivated security by cutting power. Never entered in the first place, or invited in by the doctor. Something that isn't clear to me is the whole thing about the doctor's, the computer and the logs. Would the logs...
Right.
Do the logs only show if you manually turn it off, or if power gets cut?
I mean, that's the weird thing, because it wasn't he saying that his whole system and his security ran on a separate thing, so the
Right.
blackout wouldn't have affected it.
Shouldn't have.
So that's interesting. But I that's not gonna make sense, because if they were invited in, then it would have shown him deactivating. Or if he was invited in, that means that person was in there for 90 days.
Which is very unlikely.
Incredibly. He would have been noticed at that point. Unless it was filmed differently, but like, we had actual conversations, so I doubt that it was like pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Never entered in the first place, they would have had to kill. Unless it's like they had their own robot or something, that also seems unlikely. Like, we would need to like have something to reflect that. So like, the security by cutting power makes sense, because I think it'll lead to the clues how we saw the girl saw someone suspicious in the electrical area. But that's all I've got right now.
Yeah, that's kind of where my leans at too, because nothing else... I mean, never entered the first place is clearly not correct. Invited in by the doctor, that should have been in the logs, but deactivating the power, theoretically, I mean, if there's no power, the logs wouldn't be recording anything because they're turned off too. Yes, Vivi does get special treatment.
Right here.
So it was right, but I need answers.
The
Whoa.
plan is the blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
This is some
That
Correcchio
answer is pretty
shit.
simple. Almost too simple.
Ooh. What's happening here?
Ritual sacrifice.
Huh? A trap?
Okay, Vivia.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
What?
Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier.
Vivia,
People
you...
only grow, learning from past mistakes.
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Why is sacrifice security not correct? I mean, I guess the security lab move along.
It's no use. I won't make it in time.
It was not because of the logs?
No, because the reason it's not
Oh.
correct is because, yeah.
The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room. The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
It's like, we knew that, we're just trying to make
Well, the
sense
other
of
two
it.
don't make sense either.
Right?
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Technically.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do
Is it gonna
better
make us
next
go
time.
through all three of them? To be like, hey, none of them.
I don't think so. That said, the fact that it just brought us here and then it didn't bring us back to that room is a little annoying. I guess invited in?
Yeah?
Well, no. This doesn't make sense.
Right? I know.
Because never in the first place, we know they did, and we saw him react to somebody being there. Invited him by the doctor, he wouldn't have had that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check something. I don't know if we have a key for it. Yeah, I don't see what I'm looking for. So we haven't seen Makoto in a while.
Right. Makoto got let out of it. Carried away.
I guess it's invited in. None of these make sense.
They really don't.
And then how we prove this one wrong is gonna be the log. But then the other one, we prove it wrong.
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Would be proven wrong by the Yamapao.
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Yeah.
Huh? This route is wrong too? Again?
No need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Oh my god.
Influence you?
But that middle one doesn't make any sense either.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down. If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
I mean, it's an interesting way of like incorporating how there's going to be dead ends or like you have to like eliminate things or something. But
I agree.
No excuses,
it's still frustrating.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Oh my god.
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
God, is Vivia saying the rest like his roundabout way of helping? It's gonna be like, oh, of course. Do 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 do. Oh my god.
Right here.
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Right.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
Huh?
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide?
There's no way.
If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
I briefly considered that.
There would be no intruder.
But,
The
Yako.
doctor was already in the lab.
Right.
Huh? What? This was the last route!
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one of those old detective novels. Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
Excuse you.
Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
Okay, I feel better now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, stab wounds in the back. That also makes it impossible.
He's really flexible.
3 times?
Time and effort. Also, if it was just himself, how did his dead body knock over Emma
The doctor
Powell?
was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
Maybe he was really bad about falling on a knife.
Oh, I did it again. I have to find a new spot. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up again.
What's going on? Were all 3 routes wrong?
I wonder what it means.
Sometimes when you scratch your back, you miss the spot a couple of times. Asa, okay.
I mean, that's yeah.
So it's gonna take us to the same room, and then what? What?
Hey, there's another door.
Fuck you.
I get it!
Fuck
Since
you.
we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared.
Don't Sherlock Holmes me.
The Mystery Labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
You sound disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route!
Oh, god damn it, not again. Entered and killed via
They use spectral projection to enter and kill him?
What?
Then, the culprit is...
Oh, that would mean peace is gone.
I can't believe the
That'd be
culprit
interesting.
entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before. How dare you trick me!
That can't be right either, though.
There is no escape! Once the Mystery Labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this Mystery Labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
Hold on!
Alright, well that's going to be the end of another episode of Raincode. Hey Curb, I think something happened in this episode, don't you?
Yes, that was a lot of things that happened in a video game.
A lot of voices, and a lot of probably some weird stuff. I hope our least favorite character was not a big part of this episode.
Yeah, I can hope for it. And then, but even though our least favorite, no, never mind. We do have an agreed least favorite.
Oh, we do. We do. But we might not during this episode. Who knows? Because this is happening on all of them. Oh, swole. Well, see you all next time. Bye, everyone.